1 year. It has almost been 1 year. It's hard to believe that just over 11 months ago now, I kind of sat here and was very, very scared, and I still am pretty scared, but I started kind of recording consistent content on YouTube. And if you would have asked me 11 months ago where I thought I would be, a year from now, I would have said I probably won't even be recording videos on YouTube anymore, because nobody's going to want to listen to my annoying voice or stare at my ugly mug or listen to what I have to ramble about for 10, 15, 20 minutes at a time. It's probably just not going to go over well. But at the time, I just really wanted to talk about Pokemon, right? I wanted to talk about owning your own Pokemon business because it's something that I'm really passionate about. I wanted to talk about competitive play. I wanted to talk just a lot of Pokemon things with a community. It's crazy to me that we have made it almost a year now. It'll be a year in October, recording content consistently. And I'm very, very appreciative of all of you guys so much. So I kind of wanted to mention that at the beginning. We're closing in on 46,000 subscribers. So if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. It'd be great to hit 50,000 right around the year mark of when we're recording consistently, which would happen right around the 25th year mark for the Pokemon TCG. So that would be super awesome. So if you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. But thank you so much for all of those who are. Thank you so much for just watching, listening, all the likes, all the comments. Guys, those go such a long way for the algorithm and help spreading the channel and growing the community. It gets more eyes on the video and things like that. So just even a like, even a comment, it goes such a long way. So thank you so much. With that being said, what is going on, Fan Clan? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Phantom. Hope you guys are all doing well. Happy Wednesday. I want to talk to you guys today about what I think is the #1 issue right now that Pokemon is facing as far as the trading card game goes. And I know a lot of people are upset about scalping, and a lot of people are upset about bullying, and a lot of people are upset about a lot of different things. But I think this one issue is kind of what would need to be remedied and fixed in order to handle all of those other kind of micro issues. And that's supply. Supply has been a huge issue, and I talk about it a lot in the video that I released a few days ago. So 2 videos ago, the one where I talk about why I'm concerned about Pokemon. So if you haven't watched that or listened to that, definitely go check that out. It's like 42 minutes long, so it's super long. So maybe listen to it when you're doing some other things. But I kind of address a lot of those things from a broad aspect of things. Whereas today in this video, I'm going to be talking more about specifics involving Battle Styles, Chilling Reign, Fusion Strike, products that are coming out, products that are releasing. I got some information and some news that I want to share with you all. But supply is just really, really a problem right now. And it's not because Pokemon isn't producing more. It's just the demand is so insane. So Pokemon needs to do, they talked before about opening up more print shops, and we kept talking about, okay, well, this is going to take 8 to 10 months. They're going to have to start producing more cards. So that way they can meet demand. And unfortunately, they just haven't been able to meet demand. And because they haven't, that really opens up the eyes and opens up the opportunity for a lot of people to start selling on secondary markets or third markets. And you see these egregious prices, all over the place, where it's 4 times MSRP for a product, because that's the only way you can get the product is if you spend a whole lot of money. And it's very difficult for people who don't necessarily have the funds to be able to spend, 4 times MSRP, or really the desire. You could even have the funds and not want to spend 4 times MSRP because you just think it's wrong. Or you're a parent, or you're a mom or dad, and you want to be able to open these cards with your kids and kind of reminisce on how it felt when you were younger and share that joy, because you have a game that's kind of carried over so long that it's so it's so important. It's something that you can share a passion with younger kids, and it's very disheartening when you see supply issues kind of driving this down. And it's understandable, it happens, but it is frustrating. And I want to talk here right now about all the updated news, all the things coming out that are kind of facing supply issues right now. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is real quickly just going over Battle Styles and Chilling Reign. Again, we've talked about this a few times already. Battle Styles was supposed to have a Wave 3 that was already released. Unfortunately, that is going to be pushed back to the end of October. So you are seeing Battle Styles booster boxes start to creep up. Those should come back down a little bit, but we have no idea after these third waves come out if there will be an additional reprints or not. So if you're somebody who's been hesitating and sitting on Battle Styles for a while thinking, okay, well, do I want any of this product? Is this something that I want to be able to at least open in the future? I do expect that as of right now, we have not heard any guarantees, any promises, any thoughts that after this Wave 3 comes out, which is supposedly the end of October, if there's going to be an additional print wave after that. So that might be it for Battle Styles. Chilling Reign is supposed to have their Wave 2 come out about a month ago now. They were supposed to start shipping on August 15th. That would have gotten to the distributors kind of near the end of August, and then out to retail, out to LGSs at the end of August. Unfortunately, that got pushed back to the end of October. So we haven't had a Wave 2 of Chilling Reign yet. That got delayed. Of course, I'm just talking about booster boxes right now. I'm not talking about Elite Trainer boxes. I'm not talking about sleeve blisters. I'm not talking about 3-pack blisters or build-in battle boxes or anything like that. Things that you can go and buy at a retail store that might be supplied by marketing companies. Those are completely different distribution chains. We've talked about that many times in the past. Those are going to be completely different distributors. So what you see from LGSs like booster boxes, those are what are kind of getting delayed. So we see Chilling Reign now pushed back to the end of October, and those booster boxes are starting to climb up closer to that 150 mark, right? Which is kind of frustrating for people who didn't open up a lot of Chilling Reign. But be patient; those prices should come down a little bit, especially when that next wave comes out, and then you still should have an additional wave after that. So there have been delays, which are frustrating, that are kind of driving up the price right now, and that's obviously a supply issue. The good news is that right now Celebrations product, which is Celebrations, is obviously expected to release on October 8th. That is the first wave of products that are coming out, the majority of them coming out on October 8th, and then like the last 3 different product lines are coming out on the 22nd. Those are supposed to be going through 3 different waves as well, the second wave being at the end of November, the third wave being at the end of December. It wouldn't surprise me if those 2 waves got pushed back, but it does not look like the initial wave is going to be pushed back at all. It looks like those are going to all release on time, so you should be able to find, October 8th, if you're lucky enough, you should be able to find product in stores at your local retailer, your local Walmart, Target, Sam's Club, wherever you buy your Pokemon cards from that might not be an LGS. And you might also have them available at your LGS as well on October 8th. It seems like those are already starting to arrive at distributors. Some distributors already started getting some product in, which is really cool. Evolving Skies, I've heard a lot of different rumors, and that's kind of the reason that I wanted to cover this video, is just so everybody gets their information correct. I've heard a lot of different rumors about Evolving Skies being pushed back. This has not been communicated yet officially by Pokemon, and there could be people who know somebody on the inside of Pokemon that talked, but this has not been communicated from Pokemon to distributors. The expected ship date, the requested ship date is what I'm told, is supposed to be September 28th, that this would be requested from Pokemon out to distributors. So September 28th, right at the end of September, start getting into the hands of distributors, and then kind of beginning of October is when you would start to see Evolving Skies booster boxes. Why this is important is because Evolving Skies booster boxes are really starting to climb now, right where they're around that 170 mark, getting pretty pricey, to the point where a lot of people are kind of breaking down cases that they pre-ordered at 110 a piece or 105 a piece and starting to sell, to get that extra money. Kind of what we talked about in that video a couple days ago, where they're starting to kind of impact and take advantage of that secondary market, because why wouldn't they? It makes sense. They want to kind of, start building up money for their future collection or whatever the case may be. And they know that they can buy Evolving Skies again once Wave 2 comes out. This has not happened yet, obviously, but I do expect a delay. And I could be mistaken. I could be wrong. They could come out at the end of September like originally planned. But talking to distributors, it's very surprising for everybody that this product would come out. Wave 2 of Evolving Skies would come out prior to Wave 2 of Chilling Reign. So that is expected to be delayed. It could not be. So pay attention over these next 10 days now. We really should get a good idea on whether or not we are going to be seeing Evolving Skies Wave 2 happen or not. But we'll talk about that as we get more information. But right now, it's still slated to come out at the end of September, and there has not been any official news saying that it is going to release later. Now, finally, the big topic, and that is Fusion Strike. And Fusion Strike is the big topic because there seems to be a lot of issues and a lot of rumors surrounding Fusion Strike. Another rumor that I heard recently was that Vivid Voltage and Darkness Ablaze keep getting rumors, and I don't know why. And I think that's really just because Vivid Voltage seems short printed. Darkness Ablaze really only had 1 print run, albeit a big one, but really only had 1 print run and then never really got anything else after that. And those Elite Trainer boxes are super high right now because they never really had additional print runs. There is no confirmation, nothing from Pokemon saying, hey, we're reprinting Elite Trainer boxes for these sets or booster boxes for these sets. And that's why you see Vivid Voltage and Darkness Ablaze still kind of continue to inch up and inch up and inch up. There is nothing from Pokemon communicating that they're going to be reprinting either of those products for that specific set. Now, that could be different for different countries, Australia, Europe, wherever the case may be, different continents. But for the US specifically, there's no plans for a reprint right now. That could change. Fusion Strike. So this is the next set that is supposed to be releasing at the beginning of November. I talked about Fusion Strike in a previous video. I am not overly excited about Fusion Strike, not as much as I have been over the last couple sets. Fusion Strike has me like what Battle Styles had me. Like, I was kind of excited for Battle Styles because of a lot of the competitive cards that came out, and there was a couple of artworks in Battle Styles that I was really excited about. Same thing for Fusion Strike. There's a couple of artworks in Fusion Strike that I'm really excited about. I'm excited about Chandelure because I love Chandelure, and I'm also excited about the Mew V and the Mew V Max. I'm excited about Gengar. Like the alternate arts that were released for Mew V and Mew V Max look really, really cool. You can go check out those leaks on PokeBeach.com if you haven't already looked at them. They're leaking all of the full arts, all the alternate arts, all the secret rares today, right now, while I'm recording this video. Actually, super cool stuff. But outside of that, I'm not overly excited about Fusion Strike. So in my mind, I was like, well, I'm not going to pump this set up because I'm not overly excited about it. So maybe people could wait on this a little bit. And then Rudy recorded a video. Rudy from Alpha Investments recorded a video last week, I think it was, where he kind of went over just different things in the market, including Fusion Strike. And he talked about printing issues and Fusion Strike being short printed. Unfortunately, and there's no good way of putting this, he's right. There is something that is going on. I don't know if it's printing issues. I don't know what the case may be, but something that is going on that is making Fusion Strike much less available and in much shorter supply than what was originally anticipated. Now, the problem with that is a lot of companies have already started accepting pre-orders. So if you're talking to a company and you already pre-ordered a box, and I don't necessarily love pre-orders because a lot of people put up pre-orders like almost as like a loan. It seems like they haven't gotten allocation numbers yet. They're taking money, and it just doesn't seem, it's not something that I'm overly happy with. Fusion Strike is getting supplied at a significantly less rate than any other sets. And I'm not just talking about allocation number 1. I'm talking about waves throughout. So I'm talking about wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. I've seen some numbers saying people are assuming this is going to be 60 or 70% less availability for booster boxes is what we've seen in the past. That number is definitely not accurate. It is not anywhere near that number, but it is a significant portion. So I would assume it's going to be closer to like 25% less than what it normally is. So if you're a retail store, if you're an LGS, you should probably assume that you're going to be getting about 25% less booster boxes than what you normally get. So if you only get 4, you're probably only going to get 1 of Fusion Strike. If you normally get 100 booster boxes of Fusions of whatever set, you're probably only going to get 75 of Fusion Strike. I have no idea what happened. Pokemon did not communicate that. The reasoning behind it, they did not communicate anything outside of just, here's your numbers, distributors. Pokemon emails company distributors numbers just like the distributors would then send us numbers. Pokemon reached out to distributors and said, here's your numbers. That's it. No explanation whatsoever. Now, we know that this is specific to booster boxes, so this isn't impacting print runs for Elite Trainer boxes or print runs for Build and Battles or print runs for Build and Battle stadiums or anything like that. But specifically, booster boxes are printed a significant amount less. And when I was originally thinking, I was like, oh, they'll probably just push them off into Wave 2 or Wave 3, and that's not the case. Unfortunately, it just seems that this set is going to be underprinted compared to what they've done in the past. I have no idea why, and take that information for why it might be important to you. I'm not saying that these boxes aren't going to be available, but in the secondary market, a lot of people might think this is like, we talked about this a couple videos ago and why I'm concerned. This makes me more concerned. This makes me more concerned, honestly, because more people are going to look at this. Oh, there's availability issues for this. Okay, well, I'm going to buy up all these in addition to the Celebrations product, and cha-ching, this is going to be awesome. Be careful. Just be careful. Look around. If you have somebody that you use for pre-orders and they're putting up pre-orders for Fusion Strike, or reach out to your LGS or reach out to whoever you typically pre-order boxes for. Say, hey, what are you doing for Fusion Strike? I'd like to get my hands on it. I'd like to solidify, a pre-order. And if they typically take boxes at 110, 120, like maybe you do want to go in and snatch it up, because initially I thought Fusion Strike, like Wave 2, would go down to $100, $95, just like Battle Styles did. But I don't know if that's going to be the case if it's underprinted like this. And this is why we go back to the supply issues that Pokemon is facing, and why I think that is the number one issue that we are facing right now in Pokemon, because the fact that we are running so low on supply, and here we are a year and a half really after the pandemic started, and 10 months, 8 months about after when Pokemon said, okay, we understand there's issues here, we're going to do what we can to fix it, we're going to increase, we're going to add more printers, we're going to do all this extra stuff and throw all this extra money around and print products to the moon. Why are we here? Why are we at this point now where we're looking at a significant portion of product being less printed. Maybe there's just too much product. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe there are too many different variants. The fact that we've had all these main sets come out, which is normal, but then all these additional special sets that are coming out. And we got to get these special Eevee collection boxes out. But we also need to release V-Union. Maybe that's part of the issue. I don't know. They didn't go into any specifics, but it does look like Fusion Strike is going to be short printed as far as booster boxes go. And that could be fixed. That could be fixed. I'm talking about this is what we're facing for the initial term. You're probably going to be getting wave 1 at the beginning of November, wave 2 probably sometime in December, wave 3 probably sometime in January. Those might get pushed back just with how things have been going, but then there's no plans after that. You know, like we know that there's going to be 3 waves of booster boxes, but after that, who knows? And that doesn't, not to say that they're not going to reprint or add additional. And if this may be an unnecessary conversation because 6, 7, 8 months down the road, we could be facing a normal world of Pokemon where supply is kind of still hanging around because demand has lowered a lot and a lot of people are going back to competitive play and they're still your hardcore collectors. But for the most part, there's not all these people taking advantage of the secondary market. They've kind of moved on to other things, bigger and better things for them. And then we kind of go back to where we were a couple of years ago. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. If we did go back to that point, everything would be kind of moot. But this is obviously an issue that we're facing right now. So I kind of want to communicate that. I kind of wanted to communicate that out there just so you guys have the information to kind of make decisions on your own. I'm not saying go out and buy Fusion Strike, but what I am saying is if you do buy Fusion Strike, if you planned on buying Fusion Strike, if you're somebody who collects every set, you know, you open up a case and you keep the case sealed. Now, typically, I wouldn't necessarily recommend looking this early because we're over a month away from that set yet. That set doesn't release until the beginning of November. But now might be the time where you want to start asking around and looking just to see what kind of price point you can get because it does look like it's going to be short printed. So wanted to put that information out there. Do what you would like with it. Make the best decision for you and your wallet. With that being said, guys, I do want to say thank you so much for giving me your attention, all the support over the past 11 months. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Make sure to like, thumbs up, and leave a comment. And most importantly, hit that subscribe button if you're not currently subscribed. Guys, I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Until next time. Peace.